What is good, yo? What is good? Welcome back to another video. Before anything else, you should keep my brother in the background, like always. I'm sorry, but I cannot do nothing about that. And of course, hope everything going good for y'all, for your family, for your friends, strangers, your neighbors, just everybody really. Hope everything going good for y'all, man. But let's get into this video, man. This video is about the book of Matthew, chapter 16. I read it yesterday. And it was some certain part that really like had me thinking a lot, thinking stuff like that from that chapter. I'm using my other phone, like the one I used to go on my notes, stuff like that as well. It's not loading in. It's not my main phone. My main phone is for what you're on, what I'm recording, and it's this. I record from this, and I had it from that. You know what I mean? But I can't use it because I'm recording. On this one, I don't really record. I can't record nothing because it's not gonna get saved or really nothing at all. But I'm gonna try to go on top of my head and hopefully I remember it on what I said to my notes. I might put into my words again right now. But I'm reading it right, and it got to verse. It got to verse 13 all the way to. What else? Yeah, verse 13 all the way to 17. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna pronounce a lot of words in different way that don't really sound like what it's supposed to sound like. So I do apologize that before I read it. I'm on book Matthew chapter 16, 1-6. So let's get into it. This is verse 13 to 17. Now it say, this was the verse say right here. When Jesus came to the region of Shivers and Perilous, he asked his disciple, "Who do you people say that the man of God is?" I'm sorry, not the man of God, y'all. That the Son of Man is. Well, they replied, "Some say John the Baptist, some say Elijah, and others say Jeremiah, or one of the others, prophet." Then he asked him, But who do you say I am?" Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." And this is where it got me right here. This verse 17 is what really had me thinking. Jesus replied, "You are blessed, Simon of John. No, Simon, son of John, because my Father in heaven has revealed this to you. You did not learn this from any human being." So in a way, that verse 17 is really the one that really hit me. The whole verse is like Jesus asks, who do you say the man of God is? Who do you think is the man, the Son of Man? Sorry. Who do you think is the Son of Man is? Who do you think? Who could it be, or who is it? You know what I mean? Or who do you believe to be? Like I said, like they said, some think it's Joseph, not Joseph, something is John the Baptist, or something is Elijah or Joseph, some think it's the other prophet, you know what I mean? And then then Jesus Christ asked him, like, then who do you think that I am? Like, say that I am. Who do you think that I'm here? Like, I preach this, I say this, I say everything that's according to God's will, and y'all know that. So who do you think I am? If you believe that John is the Son of Man, you know what I mean? So who you think I am? Like, who you say I am? And they said this, like, Simon Peter answered. And he said, you know what I'm saying? You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God. And that is like, and then like I said, verse 17 is what hit me when Jesus said that, like, that he is blessed, and because of his Father revealed it to to um to Simon Peter, and that he didn't learn that from any human being in this world. So that verse 17 right there, that short little verse, it had me thinking like, in a way I see it as it's saying like, for you to get to know Christ and truly know him, stuff like that, and truly be able to know Christ in a relationship way, and you know what I mean, like as like a father and a son, you know what I mean, as a best friend, is, you know what I mean, like for you to really get to know him, like you gotta come to him, and like in a way you gotta read his word. Yes, all this, like this was written. It could, it was written by human, whatever, blah blah blah, passed down, and it don't matter. But everything is this is really like God did this perfectly, so that we could know Him, so He could reveal Himself to us in a way. Not Him just revealing Himself to us, coming at this moment and being face to face. No, from the living book. You know what I mean? From the Bible, the Holy Bible, His life right here. Like basically talk about Jesus Christ's life, everything. In a way you will not find how Jesus lived anywhere else. Yes, people could say this, could say that, but they're not gonna have it 100% accurate. It's gonna be off. They're gonna say, "Oh, Jesus walked on water," and then he started dancing. No. Oh, Jesus, Jesus was levitating, floating around like a bird. No, you know what I mean. In a way, like for you to know God, Jesus Christ, you gotta come to Him, and He will reveal Himself to you. And like in a way, you truly have faith in Him and believe in Him that this is the Son of Man. This is my Father, my living God, our Savior, and He will reveal that to you. Like it will be revealed. Like you will feel like you just know, like, yeah, this is Him. This is the Son of Man. You know what I mean? Like even when this, the Holy Bible was written down by people as well, stuff like that, like passed down by people and whatever, written down by people and whatever. This is still Jesus Christ's word. This is God's word. Like this is God's work. Like this is God's work, hand work right here. He used the people to write something that we could understand with and really comprehend with. Cause like if we try to read the Bible back like King James, King James is like, oh, it's old English. The way they used to speak back then, the way that they used to speak at Jesus Christ's time, bro. It's difficult. I'm telling you this now. It's difficult because guess what? This is King James. I don't read it. No, I read the NLT version on my app. I mean, on my phone and a Bible app. But soon when I really get really like in a way, like when I'm so deep in Christ and stuff like that, way more deeper than I am now, I'm it's gonna be open up, baby. Gonna be open up, baby. Can't wait too. But yeah, like this King James is like it's like a whole new language. I feel like when you're reading, it's like a whole new language. But back to the topic though, that verse though, it really like in a way showed me that like for you to get to know Jesus Christ, it gotta be you gotta really come to God. In a way, you kind of have to have faith and believe in God. You know what I mean? So if you want to, get to know Him, you gotta open the Bible. You gotta pray to Him. Go to church. You know what I mean? Go to church. Talk to Him. Fast. You know what I mean? In a way, yeah. That's that. And that way, you get close to Him as well. At the same time. So yeah. So that right there. That's what I believe that verse was like. In a way, that's how I put it. As that verse was basically saying. Now there's another verse that's right afterwards too, verse 18. It in a way it's like it spoke to me a lot. In the way it spoke to me. Drink my water. It spoke to me. Let me read it before I say why. It spoke to me deeply, really. Now this is verse 18, the book of Matthew, chapter 16, 1 6, 16. And it say, now I say to you that you are Peter, which mean rock. And upon this rock I will build my church, and all the power of hell will not conquer it. So I seen that verse and I read that verse, and in a way I see that verse as Jesus saying that He will build you. Yes, but in a way, he will build you like he will build you to become someone that open the the eyes of so much people to Christ. You know what I mean? Or he will send people in your way, send people into your life, let people enter your life to show you, to open your eyes to Christ. And in a way, it had me thinking about people that, like my journey right now, trying to come closer to God and stuff like that. It all started with my grandfather. I was talking about I really want to go to church, to really get closer to God. Like the way I'm living, I don't want to keep living this way or feel this way no more. And you start looking into churches and stuff like that. And bam, this one church, and the way they accepted me, they were like, oh, he like the pastor of my church now. But back then, I'm not. It wasn't my church yet. But from that church, the pastor came and welcomed me. So I told my grandfather, yeah, he could come in on Sunday. Blah blah blah. Told him the time and open. About the time to start service. And I came and man, like I truly believe. No, I truly know that Christ sent those people from church into my life for a reason, and that's for me to open my eyes to Christ, to have my eye open to Christ. Same with my grandfather. If it wasn't for my grandfather, I would never be in church. I would never be in the church right now. I would not love. I would deeply love so much people that's in the church now. If it wasn't for my grandfather, if it wasn't for my pastor accepting me, welcoming me, like I truly believe and I have faith and I know for a fact I know Christ made my grandfather. He made him to be my grandfather. You know what I mean? Like he he let me get introduced to the people. No, he let the people from my church come into my life. He let the pastor come into my life. Like that's one of the biggest blessings that that's one of my biggest blessings I truly have. That's a blessing. It's having my squad, my loved one, my family, and my loved one from my church. You know what I mean? My grandfather, especially my church. Like I never thought I would love a stranger. Strangers, with an S, with so much strangers. I never thought I would fell in love with them. Like I would never love them. Like I would love my family. You know what I mean? Man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. But yeah, I see that. That's how I see that verse as like in a way he will build you. In a way he will build you so you could open the eyes of others towards him. You know what I mean? Or he will send people and let people come into your life. Or introduce you to people that gonna build you and you open and help you open your eyes toward Christ. Like he could use you in so many ways that you would not understand. Like he could use me right now for me to open eyes out of my neighborhood, my family members, half of the world. I could be the one that opened the eyes for millions of people to Christ. He could use you in so many ways. So many ways. And like I said, in the verse it said, I will build my church and all this power of hell will not conquer it. Like basically saying nothing that the devil, Satan, the enemy, hell would do to you. God will not God will not let it even attack you, come near you. Don't wouldn't even let it try to knock you down. Won't let it knock you down. You know what I mean? So that's all I see is that verse really hit me a lot. It had me thinking a lot, man. But yeah, like that verse I'm basically trying to say is God will use you in so many ways to build you that you will not understand or will not get, or he will let people or he will introduce you to people into your life that will build you and help you and work with you in so many ways that you will understand. That's for him, that's towards him. So I see that verse as like that. And I'm gonna try to find if we got anything else in here. I think we most definitely don't remember. Let me see. hmm hmm Bam, right here, verse 23. Jesus turned to Peter and said, "Get away from me, Satan. You are a dangerous trap to me. You are seeing things merely from a human point of view, not from God." So in a way, Jesus was talking like the why it got to that point right there was because Jesus was talking about he predicted his death. He was talking about how he's gonna go through so much horrible things and how you're gonna get go through so much and stuff like that, and how he gonna get killed by the third day. He's gonna rise, you know what I mean, from the dead, stuff like that. And Peter took him from my side and started saying like took him into the side and started saying, nah, like heaven heaven forbid this, you know what I mean? They will not let this happen. This will never happen to you. Like this will never happen to you. This is not from, Christ or heaven, you know what I mean, or God. And that's when I got to Jesus saying in verse 23, the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 23. Jesus turned to Peter and said, get away from me, saying, you are a dangerous trap to me. You are seeing things merely from a human point of view, not from God. So in a way, that verse right there, sorry for my brother screaming. So whatever, in a way, that verse right there, that verse 23, I see it as this. I want to apply this to my life too. I seen it as this and I read it as this. Dead body in here. You going to have to try to see it in God's way, in God's eyes. Because if you try to see it in your way, in your eyes, you will never understand. You will never understand. You will never understand what God trying to do with your life because you keep trying to look at it in your way. And you try to look at it in human point of view. You will never in your entire life understand. You have to see it in God. Not even have to see you. You might have to have faith and believe like, God, I know I am going through this. Because it's gonna build me and make build me to become a stronger, gentler person. I know your work. You really kind of have to really like see it in God's point of view. Like in a way, it's like this. Boom, you lost your job. You see this is you see it as your point of view. You start asking God, why you would do this to me after everything this and that, reading the Bible, I give my life to you. Why you doing this to me? Like I just lost my job. Like why, Lord? I did nothing but read your word, spread your word. You know what I mean? That's you seeing it and you're in the human point of view, in your point of view. But not try to look at it in God's eyes. You lost that job. God let you lose that job because he got something better for you. He got a better job. He got a amazing job that you're gonna feel way more sharper. You know what I mean? He got so much other plan for you that he might move you out of the city, out of the state now. You know what I mean? Out of the country. Now, since you lost that job, you got time to really like, you know what I mean? Go somewhere else, you know what I mean? And that's gonna help you in so many ways, you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. You're gonna have to, you gonna when you look at it and you see that's God's way, that's the only way for you, you will realize like, wow, like I didn't understand then, but I understand now. And that's what I'm slowly getting to. Like I didn't understand back then, and it's a certain thing that I'm talking about. But I'm not gonna talk about it at all. Oh shoot! But it's a certain thing that happened to me back, like such a certain thing that I went through and stuff like that, and it had to happen back then for me to grow as a person, for me to love, for me to change slowly. You know what I mean? And back then I didn't understand it. I blamed God. I was angry. I'm like, bro, like what the freak, bro? Why am I going through this? You know what I mean? What the heck? Why am I going through this? Lord, I did nothing. But now that knows me looking at it as a human point of view, as my point of view. But ever since I looked at it in his point of view now, and in God's point of view, I see it. I see why I had to go through what I had to go through. I see why so many things had to happen to me. Like you might see it now, but so much stuff got to like you went through so much stuff You had to go through so much stuff and went through so much stuff and had to deal with so much stuff because that's like that was the only way you would have grown as a person. You would have grown to Christ. Because if you didn't go through that stuff, there would have been nothing to really give you reason to go, and go grow with Christ and go grow as a person. So you kind of have to see it like that, y'all. That's the only way I could really put it as. Sorry, but you're gonna have to really see it that way. Really understand that God know what He's doing. He know His plan for you. Only God knows. You don't know your plan for yourself. Trust me, but only God knows His plan for you. So that's it for that verse. Sorry, that's it for that verse. That was verse 23, y'all. I'm gonna go to the verse right afterwards. Let me read this real quick. Yeah, verses. So this is verse 24 and 25. I'm gonna talk about right now. Well, I'm gonna read it, then I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah, right after verse 23, the one that we're talking about. This is verse 24 and 25. It says this. Then Jesus said to his disciple. No, sorry, let me restart. Then Jesus said to his disciple, if any of you want to be my follower, you must give up your own way. Take up your cross and follow me. If you try to hang to your life, if you try to hang onto your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for my sake, you will save it. And in a way, that verse, them two verses, in a way I see it as, it's how I see it as, y'all. Deny yourself. Yes, in a way you have to deny yourself for Christ. Because if you want to follow Christ, but you still holding on to the past, still holding on to this worldly thing, you're not going to make no progress. I'm telling you, you're going to think you're making progress, but in reality, you can still dig yourself deeper. And Christ going farther and farther and farther. You know what I mean? So that's how I believe that. That's how I see it when he said that you must give up your own way. And that if you try to hang on to your life, you will lose it. You will lose your life if you try to hang on into this worldly life, your human life, this life. If you try to hang on to the past, that's how I see it as. If you try to hang on to the past, and also try to move forward, you will never gonna move forward because you're holding on to something. You're holding on into like a trap. You will not be able to get out from that trap. This is your past. This is you. This is you. You try to move forward, try to go up, you can't. That trap got you locked down. And you think that, okay, I can move forward and also hold on to my past. No, you can't. I can also move forward and still go party and this and that. No, you can't. I can move forward and still mess with this girl or that guy or do whatever I want. No, you cannot. You think you could be a follower of God? Like, you think you could have 2 feet in, one in the world and one to God? It won't work like that. It don't work like that. You either follow Christ or you don't. It's plain and simple. You can do both. And basically, if you think you're doing both, guess what? You doing the only one thing you're doing. And that's following, your own life, your Christ. Not Christ, but you following your own life and not Christ. You following this world, your path. Or you holding on to everything from this worldly thing. I want you to know when you die, y'all, you're not gonna bring nothing beside the deeds that you did. The thing that you did in this world, that's the only thing you're gonna bring. Not money, not no family, not nothing. Not them cars, not them shoes, them clothes, nothing. You only gonna bring what you did in this world. Like, the only thing you're gonna bring in this life, the only thing you're gonna bring from this life to the afterlife, heaven, is the way you lived it. You either lived it for Christ, or you lived it for yourself, and for the world, and for everyone else. So that's how I believe that. And two verses are saying, really. And by when he said this, but if you give up your life for my sake, you will save it. If you give up your life for Christ, I want you to know, Jesus Christ. You will be in so much peace, so much love, happiness, so much at ease, so much rest. Because you got someone you could fall onto. You got someone you could count on to. You know what I mean? Count on. You got someone that you could put your head on your shoulder. You got someone you could cry to, talk to, knowing that's someone that Jesus Christ said He's gonna be with you every single day, every second of the day, and help you get through this. He will save your life. He saved mine. He saved mine. I might still be dealing with stuff, and I might still be garbage, and I might still be dealing with so much stuff in my life that killing me. But He saved me from it. He saved me. He saved me from a lot of things. He saved me from so much stuff, man. Like back then, I didn't care about helping. I didn't want to care. I didn't worry about this. I don't worry about that. But now, I want to be able to help people. I want to be at peace. I don't want no more revenge, no more hate. Like He saved me from an endless amount of endless infinity of just torture toward myself. He saved me from it all. So that's what you mean when if you give up your life for His sake, you will save it. You will save it. Give your life to Christ, not to this world, not to your girlfriend or boyfriend, not to nobody, but only to Christ. Follow Him. Follow Him. He will save you. That's the only way you could be saved is by Christ, nothing else. Not the enemy, not from your mom, your dad, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, sister, brother, no. But only from Christ, that's it. That's it for that verse right there. I think I got one more, right? Yep, I got one more verse. Oops, I closed that. I got one more verse. So it just say this right here. And what do you benefit if you gain the whole world? Sorry, yo, let me say. It's in verse 26. It's right afterwards. You know what I mean? It's right after them two verses I was talking about. I'm still in the book of Matthew, chapter 16. And it say this. Verse 26 right here. Say this. Verse 26, listen. It say, and what do you benefit if you gain the whole world but lose your own soul? Is anything worth more than your soul? So in a way, it's like, I see that verse basically saying that there's nothing so important in this world that you should give up your own life, your own soul for. There's nothing beside Jesus Christ. Not no car, not no money, woman, men, nothing, nobody, nothing at all besides Jesus Christ Himself. Only Christ and nothing more, nothing less. There's nothing in this world that you should even lose your soul from. You already know about a lot of rapper, actor, and so much selling their soul to have fame, to have money, wealth. You know what I mean? Sell the soul so they could do this, do that. Buy mature things. But you gotta understand that we won't be here forever. We will not be here forever at all. When you sell your soul, it's like it's over with. It's over with. You know what I mean? Like you gave up the thing that Jesus Christ saved. Jesus Christ gave up. Like Jesus Christ gave up His own life. God gave us His own beloved Son, and Jesus Christ gave up His own life to save us, to save our soul from endless torture from hell, to save our soul from sin, ourselves from sin. You gave up the one thing that Jesus Christ died for, the one thing He died for and went to hell through. He gave it up for what? Money, woman, men, fame, material wise. Like, you gave it up. So it's basically saying this, the verse saying like, what benefit are you, like, what are you gonna get if you get everything that you want from this world? Because guess what? If you get anything that you want from this world, but lose yourself, lose your soul. When you gonna die at the end of the day, sooner or later you're gonna die. Sooner or later, it could be tomorrow. to be tomorrow, next week, next year, 10 years by now, 40 years by now, 80 years by now. You could die. Guess what? At the end of the day, even if you have 40 more years, guess what? You still gonna die when that 40 year, is over with. That's what he's saying. Like, what's the point of you even trying to get everything in this whole, like, getting this whole world when in reality you won't be here forever? We got a short amount of time in our hands that we're gonna be here for, and it's like Jesus Christ really asking you, like, there's no point, because sooner or later you're gonna end up passing everything you gain from this world. It's gonna stay in this world. People gonna take it. You know what I mean? People gonna want it. What's the point of it? What's the point of it all? Is that really more important? Like, you think money, woman, sex, and everything is more important than your soul, than being with Christ? You think all that's more important than being with Christ? All right, go ahead, do what you wanna. Go ahead if you think that's more important. Go ahead and gain this whole world if you think that's more important than Christ. Go right ahead. But don't regret it later. Don't cry later when you in Christ's face and he judge you and everything. Don't cry, don't beg, don't try to forgive now. Don't try to change now. You know what I mean? Too late now. Yeah. That's the whole video right there, man. Honestly, it's gonna be a bit long, actually. Bit long video. Honestly, that's all, man. That's all I got, man. Good. That chapter yesterday I was reading that book yesterday. That chapter yesterday, 16 was good yesterday. Chapter 16 was really good. I'm so tired. I'm sorry. But I said that's all, man. Hope you have a great day. You know what I mean? I hope the rest of the day, whenever you're watching this, hope it go well. You know what I mean? I love every single one of you. I love every single one of you, man. I love every single one of you. But Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ love y'all more. Way more, way more, way more. He loves you so much. Remember that. Remember that he loves you so much. Don't ever forget that. But that's it, y'all. That's it. You have a great night or day or whenever you're watching this, man. Hope everything is all good. Catch you in the next video, man. And until next time, my brothers and sisters. Peace. God bless.